Good Wednesday to you, everybody, in Com 710. Welcome to week boom 6. How's everybody doing? My apologies for the delay in the posting of this video. Normally, these videos go up on Tuesday, as you know, because we're on a Monday to Monday cycle. And I'll tell you, first and foremost, why I did that. That is Monday to Monday. I personally don't like the pressure of having to have everything done like on a Sunday night. I don't like to work on Sunday. I like to spend time with my family on Sunday. I like to spend time at mass on Sunday. I like to read on Sunday. I don't watch a lot of football on Sunday. Okay. So, that gives you a little breathing room from Monday to Monday. And so normally I post this stuff on Tuesday. But yesterday, Tuesday, was like psycho day. My son was hit while riding his electric bicycle home from school. Yeah, he's okay. I am sufficiently caffeinated, but wondering why I'm still using the Christmas Penguin Cup. It is a favorite. I've had it for many, many years. My wife gave it to me 20 years ago. Golly, I've been, how many gallons of coffee? That's the question. That for today, not quite enough. Somehow it found its way into the rotation. But anyway, he's okay. The person drove off. It's like, wait, first you run over a bicyclist who's on a sidewalk, and then you drive away. How much worse can you make this for yourself? Pro tip: if you do happen to unhappily, unfortunately, strike a pedestrian, don't drive away. But anyhow, so the normal post the video time that I have got sucked up by dealing with police and emergency rooms and all that stuff. He's okay. He's banged up. He's felt better. Who wouldn't? But all's good. So anyhow, okay, this week I have something for you. It's a little different. Okay, instead of reading stuff from Golan et al. Or a handout, I am gonna give you some stuff of mine to read, and I've put a link in the week 6 study module. Among all of the modules, and if for some wacky reason you can't access that, just go to the Regent Library, when you get to it through Genesis, and type in, the name of the publication of the work, and my name, and it should come up, and you should have access to it. Okay, so let's see. I think I did the study in 2014, some years ago. All right. I was reading material written by people in the social media industry and about all the wondrous benefits of social media. Okay. And as I told you, I think last week in reviewing week 4, I was reading this stuff and I'm like, I'm just not seeing it. Okay, I'm out and about in the world. I'm seeing some interesting stuff in social media use in some interesting places, but I'm not seeing the effects that those who are making the product are saying that the product is bringing. So maybe I was missing something. So in the article the link to the article that I posted last week's announcement, that is the review of a week 4 and week 5's videos. That's the what's the word I'm looking for? That's sort of the popular version of the research. This week, I'm going to give you the opportunity to read the actual research. So either follow the link in the module, or if it doesn't work, just go to Genesis or your My Regent portal. Click on library, type in Jeff Gardner, Strangers to the Village, or Jeff Gardner dissertation, and then you will find your way. All right, there. So what I would like you to do is to navigate to that work All right. And then, as always, not because I'm bent on you reading my stuff. Whenever you pick up a work, start by reading the abstract. All right. What is going to be going on in this work, and be critical. I mean, even in my work, the abstract is, does reading this work give you an indication as to how the work is structured, what the methodology is here? And if the answer is no, then that's not a well constructed work. Okay, so read the abstract, the acknowledgement, and everybody has biases. Right? Sometimes they'll come out in the acknowledgement. I have my biases, all right? So I acknowledge them in the work, and I work hard when I do scholarly work to write around them. But if there's something like a prelude or an introduction by somebody, and this is usually when you're reading books and not articles, read the acknowledgments. See if you can, if there's any slants that you might expect, and if the author doesn't try to say, okay, I know I've got this, and put it off, that again, you should be critical of that. All right, abstract, acknowledgement, and then I'd like you to read chapters 1, 3, and 4, okay, in the work, and specifically, the first chapter is the introduction to the work. So it's going to tell you what's going on, and none of these chapters are terribly long, by the way. The third chapter is the methodology. So and when you're reading a work, you should skip to these things. Frankly, if I'm pressed for time, I do not spend a lot of time with the literature review when I'm reading other people's works. I can typically tell if this person knows what they're doing by reading how they're setting up the problem, the methodology that they're designing to attack it, and then read chapter 4, which is the results. Now, I'm not saying don't read the literature review when you read something. I said when I'm pressed for time. Okay, so in this case, read chapters 1, 3, and 4, and then I would like you to skip to way towards the back, Appendix C. All right, and in the appendices, A, B, C, what you'll find is copies of the survey that's used. Which, if there is a study that uses a survey, you should look for the survey instrument. You're going to find the raw survey data. That's something you should also look for. Okay, not the data that they just report on in the results, all of the results from the data, because if they're cherry picking what it is they're telling you, then again, that's another reason for you to go and if they don't give you all the data that comes out of the various statistical tests that they run, that's a red flag to you. But then Appendix C, Appendix C is a series of oral interviews that I did because it was a mixed method study. So part of it was quantitative, part of it was qualitative. And these are the transcripts of the oral interviews. Okay. And so if you're wondering, what a mixed method study looks like, how does it work? This, I hope, will serve as an example. I hope that you find the work interesting. I mean, I certainly wrote it that way and tried to put enough in there by way of interest to the reader that it would be like, oh, okay, interesting stuff. I want to read that. And then once you finish with the abstract acknowledgement, chapters 1, 3, 4, and then Appendix C, bop on over back into Canvas and answer the 4 discussion questions, and then, of course, respond to at least 3 of your classmates. Okay. For this week, also continue to work on your papers, which are due on the 20th. In my next video, and if I can get that posted today, I will. It's probably going to be tomorrow because I'm a little pressed for time. I'm playing catch up after losing time yesterday. I will talk to you about your first class presentations. If you have any questions about my comments, please email me. I'm not here to give you a bad time or to run you around. I'm here to help you develop as a professional. And so, you may find a comment from me in which I say, try to work out, like get rid of unnecessary and repetitious words in your presentation, like or right, or so. And this isn't a criticism of you. This is an analysis of a presentation style, these sorts of comments, okay? Because as you go out into the big wide world, I mean, we're communicators. We communicate. That's what we do. And we need to hone our craft, okay? All right, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of the week. Be well, and I will see you in the next video, probably tomorrow, Thursday, and on Canvas. God bless. Bye-bye.